Hey there. Welcome to English Beyond Words. I'm Mark, and I'm so glad you're here today. Let me ask you something. Do you want to speak English effortlessly, like it's second nature? Like words just flow out of your mouth without thinking? Here's the reality. Most English learners spend years studying grammar rules, memorizing vocabulary lists, and watching countless videos. But when it's time to actually speak, they freeze. The words disappear, the confidence vanishes, and they feel stuck. Why does this happen? Because fluency doesn't come from knowing more, it comes from doing more. It comes from building the right habits, small, daily habits that rewire your brain and transform the way you use English. Today, I'm going to share 7 powerful habits with you. These aren't theory, these aren't tips you've heard a million times. These are practical, proven habits that will take your English from broken to brilliant. And here's the best part. You don't need hours every day. You don't need expensive courses. You just need consistency. So stick with me until the end, because habit number 7 is going to blow your mind. It's the one habit that ties everything together. My name is Mark, and this is English Beyond Words. Let's talk about the daily habits that unlock real fluency. Remember this, fluency is not a gift. It's not something you're born with. Fluency is a habit, and habits can be built starting today. Here's what most people don't understand. Your brain doesn't learn English from textbooks. It learns from repetition, from practice, from using the language every single day in small, manageable ways. Think about how children learn their first language. They don't study grammar, they don't take tests. They just listen, imitate, and practice constantly. And slowly, naturally, they become fluent. You can do the same thing with English. You just need the right approach, the right habits, and that's exactly what I'm about to give you. So whether you're a complete beginner or you've been learning for years, these 7 habits will change everything. They'll help you think faster in English, speak more naturally, sound more confident, and most importantly, they'll help you enjoy the process. Because learning English shouldn't feel like torture. It should feel exciting. It should feel like progress. And with the right habits, it will. So let's dive in. Let's build the habits that will make you fluent. Are you ready? Let's begin. Habit number 1 is active listening immersion. Most people think listening to English is enough, but there's a huge difference between passive listening and active listening. Passive listening is when you play English in the background while you're doing something else. Your brain hears it, but it doesn't process it. Active listening is when you focus completely. You pay attention to every word, every sound, every pause. Here's how to do it right. Choose a short audio clip, maybe 30 seconds to 1 minute. It could be from a podcast, a YouTube video, or a movie scene. Listen to it once without stopping. Just absorb it. Then listen again, but this time focus on individual words. How are they pronounced? How do they connect? What's the rhythm? Listen a third time and try to catch the emotion behind the words. Is the speaker excited, calm, frustrated? This triple layer listening trains your ear to understand real English, not just textbook English. Do this for just 5 minutes every day, and I promise you, within weeks, you'll start understanding native speakers much more easily. Your brain will start recognizing patterns automatically, and that's when real comprehension begins. Habit number 2 is speaking out loud every single day. This is the most important habit, and yet most learners skip it. They think they can become fluent just by listening and reading, but fluency requires one thing above all else: practice speaking. You don't need a conversation partner. You don't need a teacher. You just need yourself and your voice. Talk to yourself in English. Describe what you're doing right now. For example, I'm sitting at my desk. I'm learning English. I feel motivated today. Narrate your actions as if you're in a movie. I'm walking to the kitchen. I'm opening the fridge. I'm taking out some water. It might feel strange at first, but this habit does something powerful. It trains your brain to form English sentences automatically, without translating, without hesitation, just natural flow. Start with 5 minutes a day. Set a timer and just talk about anything. Your morning routine, your plans for the weekend, your favorite food. It doesn't matter what you say. What matters is that you're using your voice. You're training your speaking muscles. And over time, speaking will become effortless. Habit number 3 is the immediate use technique. Here's a common mistake. You learn a new word, you write it down, and then you never use it, so your brain forgets it. The solution? Use new words immediately. The moment you learn a word, create 3 sentences with it, right away. Let's say you just learned the word achieve. Don't just write it down, speak it. I want to achieve my goals this year. Hard work helps me achieve success. I will achieve fluency in English. See what happened? You didn't just learn a word, you made it part of your active vocabulary. Here's another example. You learned the word exhausted. Make it real right now. Say, I feel exhausted after a long day. Say, she was exhausted from studying. Say, I don't want to feel exhausted anymore. Every time you use a new word in your own sentences, your brain creates a memory hook. That word becomes yours, and that's how your vocabulary grows naturally. Habit number 4 is keeping a voice journal. This is one of the most underrated habits, but it's incredibly powerful. Instead of writing a diary, record yourself speaking. Every day, spend 2 to 3 minutes talking about your day. Use the voice recorder on your phone. Talk about what happened, how you felt, what you learned. Then, and this is the key, listen to yourself. When you hear your own voice, you notice things you never noticed while speaking. You hear where you pause too much, where your pronunciation needs work, where you actually sound really good. It's like having a personal coach. At first, you might cringe listening to yourself. That's normal, but don't stop, because week by week, you'll hear improvement. Your sentences will flow better, your confidence will grow, and you'll have a record of your progress. Habit number 5 is learning through repetition, not variety. Most learners try to learn too much at once. They watch different videos every day. They jump from topic to topic, and their brain gets overwhelmed. Here's a better approach. Choose one piece of content and repeat it multiple times. Watch the same 5-minute video 3 days in a row. Listen to the same podcast episode multiple times. Read the same short article again and again. Why? Because repetition creates mastery. The first time, you understand maybe 60%. The second time, 80%. The third time, 95%. And by the fourth time, you've absorbed it completely. Those phrases, those expressions, those patterns are now part of you. You're not just learning, you're internalizing. And that's when English stops feeling foreign and starts feeling natural. Habit number 6 is connecting English to emotions. Your brain remembers things that make you feel something. So don't just learn dry sentences, learn sentences that matter to you. Talk about things you care about, your dreams, your struggles, your passions. When you connect English to real emotions, it sticks. For example, instead of saying, I am happy, say, I feel incredibly happy when I make progress in English. Instead of, I like movies, say, I love watching movies because they help me escape and relax. Feel the difference? One is just information, the other is alive. When you practice English with emotion, your brain treats it as important, and important things get remembered. So speak about what moves you, what excites you, what frustrates you. Make English personal, and it will become permanent. And now, habit number 7, the most powerful one. Tell a 2-minute story every day.
This is the game changer. Stories force you to connect sentences, to use different tenses, to describe actions, emotions, and results. Every day, tell one simple story from your life. It could be about your morning, a funny moment, a challenge you faced. It doesn't have to be dramatic, it just has to be real. For example, this morning, I woke up late. I rushed to get ready. I forgot my keys and had to go back, but I still made it on time. Simple, right? But look at what you just practiced. Past tense, sentence flow, connecting ideas, all in one story. Do this every single day. Speak it out loud. Record it if you want, and watch how quickly your fluency improves. Because stories train your brain to think in English naturally, to create sentences on the spot, to speak with confidence. So there you have it. 7 powerful habits: active listening, daily speaking, immediate use of new words, voice journaling, repetition over variety, emotional connection, and daily storytelling. These aren't just tips, they're the foundation of real fluency. Start with one, build it into your routine, then add another, and before you know it, English will feel effortless. All right, my friends, let's bring this all together. We just covered 7 habits that can completely transform your English. But here's the thing. Knowing these habits isn't enough. You have to actually do them. And I know what you're thinking. Mark, this sounds like a lot. How do I do all 7 habits every day? Here's my answer. You don't have to do all 7 at once. Start with one. Just one habit. Maybe it's speaking out loud for 5 minutes every morning. Maybe it's telling a 2-minute story before bed. Maybe it's recording yourself once a day. Pick the one that feels right for you. Build it into your daily routine. Make it automatic. And once that habit feels natural, add another one, then another. Slowly, these habits will stack. And before you know it, you'll be doing all 7 without even thinking about it. That's when the magic happens. That's when fluency stops being a goal and starts being your reality. Here's what I want you to understand. Fluency isn't built in one big moment. It's not built in one intensive course or one perfect study session. Fluency is built in small, daily actions. It's built when you choose to speak instead of staying silent, when you listen actively instead of passively, when you practice even when you don't feel like it. Those small choices, repeated day after day, create massive results. I've seen it happen again and again. Students who commit to these habits, who show up consistently, who trust the process, they all become fluent. Not because they're talented, not because they have more time, but because they built the right habits. And you can too. You have everything you need right now. You don't need more resources. You don't need more motivation. You just need to start. Today, right now. So here's my challenge for you. Before you close this video, pick one habit, just one, and commit to doing it today. Not tomorrow, not next week, today. Then come down to the comments and tell me which habit you chose. I read every single comment and I want to hear from you. I want to celebrate your commitment. I want to support your journey. And if this episode helped you, please hit that like button. It helps more learners find this content. Subscribe to English Beyond Words so you don't miss future episodes. And share this video with someone who's also learning English. Let's build a community of people who support each other, who encourage each other, who grow together. Thank you so much for being here today. Thank you for investing in yourself. Thank you for believing that you can become fluent, because you absolutely can. These 7 habits are your roadmap. Follow them, trust them, and watch your English transform. I'm Mark from English Beyond Words. Keep practicing, keep believing, keep building those habits, and I'll see you in the next episode. Until then, remember, fluency is not a destination. It's a journey, and every small step you take today brings you closer to where you want to be. Keep going.